Hi everybody, this is Gary. I'm going to do something that I've been promising for a very long time. A while back, some of you may recall that I talked about my grandmother teaching me how to cut a chicken. Well, I'm going to show you how to cut a chicken today. Now, first, this is my kitchen. Notice that it is extremely small. See, there you go. I barely fit in here myself. But these are some of the things that are hanging on the wall. Let me see. Oh, that's my Coke sign. Love Coke, you know. Now, if you look at these are all things a lot of my family is going to recognize because they all hung in Grandma's hallway. Now, I truly love these things because everybody knows I love old stuff. But these things they're kind of an homage to my grandma. Yes, you guys are seeing a wooden shoe, which belonged to our next door neighbor, Mrs. Kramer. She gave that to my grandma. And Grandma always kept, yes, a wishbone, a turkey wishbone in it. So, I keep a turkey wishbone. Now, as you see, this is the rest of it. Oh, there you go. You see I'm rinsing. Kind of hard to do this. How's that? Yes, I'm rinsing Mr. Chicken. Now, this is my counter. I don't have a lot of space, but by golly, I keep it all handy. See? Yeah, my coffee pot. That's really important to me. Let's see. You see these cracks here, guys? Well, there's a little one here on the right. That one was famous for being Grandma's bacon crock. Yes, that's where she kept all her grease. Alright, now, as you notice, I've got paper towels out. It's because I don't like a lot of stuff to get on my counter. I know I'm going to sanitize it anyway, as I sanitized it before, but the less I got out there, the better. A lot of people talk about whether or not you should or shouldn't rinse a chicken. I think it's important to. That's just my opinion. And since it's my kitchen, well, hey, guess what? It's being rinsed. Cutting board, been cleaned and sanitized. Everything's ready. Now, I don't know how I'm going to make this work, but by golly, folks, we're going to give it a good try, okay? Now, this is the chicken. Bark, bark, bark. No, I'm just kidding. Now, notice. There we go. I'm going to move this thing around a little bit. What I do is, the first thing, noticing Mr. Chicken, legs, thighs, wings. I always go for the wings and the thighs first. So, figure out I got to do this so that you guys can see it and not just me. Right? Right. Okay. As you can see, I've cut down to the back and the bone. Alright, let me show you. I'm going to pick it up and show you. See that? Notice that the bone is coming out there. There's a reason I like to do that. That means that is going to be my leg and thigh quarter. See? Now, there's a lot of people that like the whole quarter. I like to cut them up sometimes because I don't know what I'm going to use this for once I freeze it. So you want to feel around and let's see. Right about here is the joint. See? Yep. So what I'm going to do is right where that joint is at, I'm going to cut. Now, I've got a leg and I've got a thigh. That's going to go back in the sink. Whoop, that's one side, huh? Now we're going to go for this wing, and I'm just going to cut around till I get to that joint. Kaboom. Got a whole wing now. See? Now, this is something my mom taught me that she said my dad taught her. And that's just to flip that little leg up behind there. Keeps it all in one piece, see? It's not real hard, that little extra wing tip. Because I eat those. I don't know about anybody else, but I do. Alright, that's one side. Now what we're going to do, hey, guess what? We're going to go do it on the other side. Good old-fashioned repeat performance, hey? And now. Come on. Again, another leg quarter. Again, I'm going to feel around on here until I get that joint. You don't always do it, but come on, folks, it's not that hard. And the nice thing about this is you can pick and choose how you're going to use the bird. That's right. You know, you could roast the whole thing. You could, I don't know, cut it up and fry it. You could bake it. But what I like is the fact that I can separate the pieces and use them for whatever I want. Now I'm going to do the wing again, which my mom loved wings. That was one of the things she truly liked. Wings and breasts. I don't know why. And again, I flipped it. Okay, so now what do I have left? I have the back and I have the breast. Now you're going to say, okay, most people get 8 pieces. I'm going to get more than that because that's the way my grandma taught me. How am I going to do that, you say? Well, I bring out the bigger knife. The big boy. Now, notice that I have cut straight through the underside of the breast to get the back out. Okay, now in doing that, what it's doing is it's allowing me to get a better cut for the rest, for the other side. In fact, some of the bones actually just kind of cut themselves. You know, they break, so it's easy to snap. Yeah, gotta use muscles here, people. Can't just do this out of let the knife do all the work. Gotta have a little brute force. Now notice, that's Mr. Back. Personally, I love the backs. I think that's because I was one of the littlest, and Linda and Jerry and Pat and George and them, they all took the good parts. We got left with the, you know, a leg maybe if we were lucky. But now what I'm going to do with this is, it's kind of hard to cook that whole back. So I break it, see? And notice, there we go. I just like to do that a little bit from the under because it tells me, there we go. Now I got 2 backs. Hope you guys are keeping track because I'm going to ask you how many pieces you think I got. Now, as I said before, my grandma loved, and I mean loved, the wishbone. So what I try and always do is kind of feel around up here until I get it. It's usually about a finger's tip in, and I just go straight down and I cut that baby. There we go. Hey, look at that. Another piece. Yeah, I gotta move a couple of my knives over to the dirty side. Okay, now a lot of people, this is skin. I'm just gonna throw that in the sink. I'll use all that and boil it up later on and make some soup or something. Now I could leave this as one whole breast, but I kind of prefer to cut it in 2. Just because if I'm going to fry it, it's easier. And even when I'm baking it, it's easier to turn around. So, I've gotten all my pieces. Let's count. I've got 2 breasts. I've got 2 legs. I ended up with 2 wings. Right? Now, I've got 2 pieces of the back. Got the wishbone. And my favorite, two of my favorites, the thighs. So, let's count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pieces of chicken. So, I hope everybody's enjoyed that. Yes, I gotta wash my hands off real quick because I'm gonna be touching that. And I really, yes, I keep sanitizing wipes around because these kind of help. Yep, that's one whole chicken cut up. I'm going to lift that thing up in a second and show you what it all looks like. Alright. This is it's kind of hard to do it this way. The chicken. Well, I hope that helps a few of you. I don't mean to take so much time of your day, but it's been fun. I might figure out something else to show you all sometime. Might even get me one of those fancy webcam thingies that everybody seems to be using. Alright, well, God bless. Oh, by the way, notice the hat? Got this from one of my neighbors the other day. It says, it's kind of probably hard to read, but it says, Jesus is my boss. So, God bless, and have a wonderful day.